earlier on. Czech Republic beat Denmark. Belgium had a huge win over Lithuania. And again, 15 minutes later than the tip-off we have here, Lithuania will welcome the Czech Republic. Here is the standings after that first game. As you can see, with a big win, Belgium sit at the top of the table. Denmark, after a narrow defeat to Czech Republic, sit in third. But all can change here today during game day 2. And Belgium, as I said, they've had an unbelievable start. That was a huge 21-point win over Lithuania and really sent shockwaves through European basketball, that one. But I think they knew it was coming. They'll be looking not only at qualification, though, Belgium. They're certainly a nation on the rise within the basketball world. They'll be looking to improve on their 2017 performance at EuroBasket, where they finished 19th. Breton over Soham had a big game on Friday, 21 points for him against Lithuania. He'll be looking to replicate that again this evening. And also look out for Jonathan Tabu. He had 18 points in the same game. Plenty of talent in this Belgium roster. It's just how they put it together on the floor tonight could be the key. Denmark are not going to be a walkover. They may be the lowest ranked team, but I'm sure the Belgian coaching staff have been working very hard on their team, running the scouting reports, getting their game plan completely focused in on how to stop Belgium. As you see the coaching team there for the Lions working hard. Home team now going to be introduced to the crowd here in the arena. The noise levels certainly go up. And this could be a big, big year for Danish basketball. I haven't been to a EuroBasket since 1955, so qualifying for EuroBasket 2021 would be a huge moment in the history of Danish basketball. Yes, they are in a very tough group, and most would have suggested that it would either be between themselves and Belgium for that final qualification spot in this group. That looks even tougher now after Belgium's win against Lithuania on Friday. But anyone that knows elite level sport, you play the teams in front of you, you try and win every game that you can, and then you let kind of everything else deal with itself. You can't think about other things that are outside of your control. And within their control is the next 40 minutes of basketball. Here in the Farum Arena in Copenhagen. Crowd are certainly filling out. As always with international fixtures, we'll have the national anthems of both teams, first Belgium and then Denmark.
Til at fremføre den danske nationalmelodi, Christina Bålskifte.
Der er et yndigt land, det står med brede bøge, nær salten Østerstrand, nær salten Østerstrand. Det bugter sig i bakkeden, det hedder gamle Danmark, og det er fra jeres sag, og det er fra jeres sag. For gamle Danmark skal bestå, så længe bøger spejler sin top i bølgen blå, sin top i bølgen
Wonderful rendition there of the Danish national anthem. Brings you the shivers, gets you ready for international basketball at the highest level here in Copenhagen. A big game in front of us. And thankfully, we've got three top officials here. We've got Saverio Lanzarini, Radomir Vojinovic and Gatis Salins from Italy, Montenegro and Latvia, respectively. Good officiating crew for a big game. And they'll enter their final warm-ups now, these two teams. And Belgium will obviously enter the game on a high after that. Well, not necessarily an unexpected win. They will have gone into the game thinking they were going to win. I don't even think they would have thought they'd have walked away with a 20-point plus win against Lithuania. And they'll know that they don't want to slip up here today against Denmark. Here's their starting five: Moima, Tabu, Serrant, Schwartz, and Zeo. And all coached by Dario Gierge. Obviously head coach of Oostende as well. There's the man in charge of Belgium today. Won the Belgian League 8 times, the Cup 6 times as a coach with Oostende. Got his Belgian nationality confirmed in 2018. Here's the starting five for Denmark now. We've got Lundberg, Peterson, Darboe, Zohor and Jukic. Nice strong starting five. And Coach Bittman at the other end of the floor to Coach Gierge. He brings a ton of experience as well, having coached in Israel and Belgium beforehand. There's the man. I'm sure he's got a plan in place. He knows that this is a big game. They do enter as underdogs. But I'm sure he's looking forward to the chance of being the first Danish coach in a long, long while to be at a EuroBasket. Taking the Danish national team, obviously an Israeli national himself. Great to see so many young fans in the crowd ready for the game. I have a feeling they want to be on the floor more than actually sitting in the stands. They'll just have to bide their time. I'm sure they'll get to wear their country's jersey in their future if they work hard enough. The win for Belgium tonight, that will put them top of the table at the end of the first qualification window. If Denmark are able to turn the tables on them and take the win, then that will be a big step in qualifying for their first EuroBasket in over 60 years. Majority of the fans in this crowd were not born the last time Denmark were at a EuroBasket. Belgium will be favourites for this game, but the home crowd here is filling in nicely. Look like we're close to a sellout, and they will be Denmark's sixth man. Look for them to play a part as we get to the clutch stages of the game into the fourth quarter. Coach Gierge there just making some final notes, some final preparations. Let's listen into his huddle, hear what he has to say.
Out on the long rebound. Okay. Really hard. Let's go.
Kevin and Jonas. They start with the tall guy, with Tumba, and with number 14, the Vivian. The July not starting, okay? The Vivian also can make the three-point shot, and the boss flow move for the left-hand Baybuck, okay? And don't forget, he's doing a lot of fouls when he's pushing the offensive rebound. Works that well, okay? Works that well. Guys, the small things, hey, let's control the first few minutes, okay? Let's reset the tone. Let's set the tone, okay? No open shot. First offense, 5 down from the other side, okay? 5 down from the other side. Hey, patient.
Great message there from Coach Bittman. Obviously telling his team exactly the right thing. It's their home court control. They dictate the game in the opening stages, and they have a chance of coming away with a big win here today, the red and white. If they don't, then Belgium may run riot. The noise levels just keep getting louder and louder here in the arena. Great atmosphere for international basketball. Just moments away from the opening tip here. Just a reminder, if you want to get up to date with all your latest EuroBasket news, head to the FIBA website. It's FIBA.basketball. And then you'll be able to find a link through to EuroBasket and the qualifiers, and you'll get your hands on every little bit of information you could possibly want. As the players exchange their final pleasantries, and we see Adama Dabo there just getting in the zone, getting himself fully set for the game. And here we go, we're underway here, game day 2 of Group C within the EuroBasket 2021 qualifiers. And straight away, Belgium out at the races. Oh, big defensive play. Straight off the bat from Zohor. Jumping out from Dezeo is no good. And Denmark will once again look to get the first score. Zohor now. Nothing there. He's going to pass it to Lundberg on the wing. Gets it back in the low post. No one defending him. Needed to react a bit quicker. Nice baseline spin, though. Draws the foul. Basket's going to be waved away. That foul's going to be chalked up to Tumba. He just didn't realise how much space he had. Zohor there. Didn't react quick enough. There's the good defensive play at the other end, though. Since they're on packing. Lundberg in and out with his attempt. Seyron grabs the rebound. Belgium will slow it down. Look to run their first structured half-court offense now. Ball in the hands of Tabu. Seyron waits for that Tumba screen. Tabu now uses the screen as well. Nice pass inside. Oh, and the basket is good. Tumba wasn't one of the big names in the game on Friday against Lithuania. Only had 4 points, 2 rebounds to his name, but he started hot there. He is a very, very big body, 2 meters 6 tall. Knows how to use it inside. Good example of pick and roll early on. Illing picks up his first foul for Denmark as well, and he converts the bonus shot. They're the first points on the board here in Copenhagen. Lundberg now comes back to Larsen, to Gilling. Larsen looking to back his way to the basket. Chair was pulled out from him by Dezeo, but you have a feeling he literally pulled the chair out on him. Let's have a look. Does he pull on his arm as he steps away? Or ever so slightly. Maybe a little bit too much contact. So Horn now. Belgium's defense is very, very impressive. They're chasing hard. The shot's no good, and the rebound's going to fall into the hands of the Lions. Pass inside. And he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Good defense stopping Tumba. If he'd been able to establish himself in the paint, that would have been an automatic too. Just through his sheer size. Darbo now. Inside. Zohor looking to go to work. Knocked out of bounds by Kevin Tumba. And it looks like at the moment it's a bit of a battle of the bigs that we're watching. A real old school in the paint, going to war kind of feel to the game at the moment. Oh, and the shot is good. That's the way to get your scoring started. Gabriel Lundberg. He had 20 points against the Czech Republic on Friday, along with 8 rebounds. And he's started things off for Denmark. Zeo. Oh, and he hits the 3. And this is what Coach Bittman talked about. He's saying no open shots. You have to chase them. Unfortunately, Denmark didn't in that situation. Oh, nice backdoor pass, but well intercepted by Mwima. Mwima obviously plays for Coach Gierja for Oostende as well. Gilling, easy attempt, but he's not got the soft enough touch. Stepped out of bounds, Lundberg, when he picked up the rebound, so it's going to be a Belgian ball on the baseline. And the three goes up straight away from Taboo, but no good. Darboe slows it down. He looks to feed it inside. Lundberg, but nothing there. Just goes out of bounds. Another turnover possession for Denmark. They're not doing what Coach Bittman said, controlling what they can control at the moment. Mwima now puts the three up. Oh, another big shot straight down the throat of Denmark. Back-to-back scores from the top of the arc. No chase out by Denmark. Nice drive to the basket. Very direct from Adama Darboe. Two-time Danish champion, getting things done for his team here. Seyron now looking for the roll. There is the roll, but it's stolen away. Good hands from Zohor. Lundberg looking to use the screen. They're going to call the foul, though. I think on Seyron. 4-point lead for Belgium. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Relatively cagey affair so far. No one's found their offensive flow just yet. As we'd expect in a game day 2 situation, these teams will be a lot more aware of each other than they would have been in game day 1. Lundberg now, little hesitation, looking for options in front of him, but the Belgian defense really does front well. But Lundberg gets the luck of the roll this time. Brings Denmark to within 2. Taboo. Nice Seyron. Belgian team are very fluid the way they play the game. Mwima for 3 is off target. Lundberg scoops up the rebound. Larson now. Spin move off the glass, and he gets the roll. That ties us up. 9 to Denmark, 9 to Belgium. At the midway stage now of this first quarter. Wonderful atmosphere here inside the Farum Arena in Copenhagen. Seyron for 3. Oh, he banks the 3 from the angle. Give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was intentional. Lundberg to the basket, strong, draws the foul on Tumba. Tumba provides real rim protection for Belgium. Leading block shot tables in Belgium, both in the 2014 and 15 season. And he's playing for Leuven. He heads to the bench now, though. Second foul. That's a smart move by Denmark if it's intentional. Go after the rim protection, go after the interior defender. Lundberg at the line for 2. It's his first. Yet to miss a free throw in these qualifiers. Very early goings, though. And hits the second as well. Belgium lead by just 1 point now. Taboo is fouled by Darboe. Ball fed to the low post. Fed again. See what Bukachu could do. Couldn't do anything, unfortunately. He's the replacement in for Tumba. Larsen now for Denmark. Goes inside, goes to the left hand, trusts the left hand, and so he should. Lovely soft touch. Denmark take the lead. There's the pass. Oh, soft little finger roll from Khalid. Bukachu. Oh, there's the pass, but it's stolen away. Good hands by Seyron. He read the pass and angle well. And they're going to slow things down. Ball back into the hands of Tabu. He puts the jets on and things open up when he does. Misread there by Adama Darbo. Didn't read what Tabu was going to do. Tabu had a massive night against Lithuania. He had 18 points in that game. Using every ounce of experience. Steals it away this time. Back-to-back buckets. Has the foul been called as well? Looks like it has. Chance for an and one play for Jonathan Tabu. Yeah, good call from the officials as well. Bad play by Adama Darbo. Really compounded his error. That situation, you just let him have the 2 points and you tighten up your control of the game going forward. Darko Jukic into the game for the first time for Denmark, as is Sebastian Petersen. But Tabu is at the line for 2 free throws. Sorry, for a bonus free throw off that and one play. It's that to go. Belgium's lead now out to 6 points. Zahor. It's the roll. Denmark leaning heavy on the pick and roll there. And so they should. It plays well. Gets them 2 points. Nice free-flowing contest we've had so far. Bukachu on the outside, nothing there, and they'll slow it back into the hands of Tabu. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Elbow jumper for him is short. Real flat trajectory on that one. I don't think it's the shot he wanted. They knew with the shot clock running down, it might be their best option. Larsen now waves away his play, gives it up to Jukic. Zahor. Long high rebound, double bounce off the iron, and Mwima reads it well for the rebound. Dezel. Oh, hits the three, Dezel. And Belgium lead back out to 7 points. And they do seem to be a team that's a little bit more in control at the moment, getting what they want to get. There's his example there, really, by Jonas Zohor. That's off the foot of Jukic. Remain with 18 seconds on the shot clock for Belgium. But yeah, as I was saying, you just feel Belgium are controlling the game, getting the way they want it to be, as we see Daniel Mortensen come into the game for the first time for Denmark. Also in for Belgium is Rutin Obersoen, star of their game on Friday. Notched up 21 points against Lithuania. Nice pass inside. Oh, and he blows the dunk. Almost too easy there for Bukachu. Oh, an easy score in the end. And this is the key for Denmark. Capitalize on Belgian mistakes. Foul's going to be called on Lundberg under the basket as he tried to tie up Obersoen. Bukachu now having a conversation. He's trying to make some excuses for his fluffed lines, as it were. Just Lundberg's first foul, but that puts Denmark into the penalty. Belgium already in the penalty in this first quarter. Bukachu now hands it back. Mwima. Bukachu is not going to fluff it the second time, throws it down. Belgium looking absolutely wonderful on the offensive end at the moment. Intricate offensive sets run to perfection by their roster. Jukic is fouled by Mwima. Just over a minute to play now in the first quarter. My goodness me, time has flown in this game. No real surprise. It's been exceptionally entertaining as we see a replay of the Bukachow two-handed flush on the last play. More changes for both teams. Kestelou comes in for Belgium as Mwima heads to the bench. To the line is Darko Jukic. Just 25% from the free throw line in that first qualifying game, and it doesn't look much better for him here. 2 times Danish champion with Back and Bears. Also the MVP back in 2013. Darko Jukic hits the second of his free throws. Brings it down to just a 6-point lead for Belgium now. 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Kestelou looking in front of him. Bukachow now looking to go to work. Running hook shot. Skips it to the corner instead. And the roll is favourable for Jonathan Tabou. Struggling to get their offense set up. 3 seconds left, and they're just short of the halfway line. Lundberg throws a prayer up, almost gets it to go off the glass. But Belgium will come away with the ball. Obersoen now slows it down for Belgium. They're going to take the last shot of this quarter. 6 seconds remaining now. Tabou shaping up Jukic. He's got the mismatch that he wants now. Skips it out. Shot goes up. Too heavy-handed, but they'll be happy. The Lions will see this as a quarter of a job done. 10 minutes down here in Copenhagen. Denmark 18, Belgium 27. Here are your shooting stats from that first quarter. Let's listen into the Belgian huddle here with Coach Gierge.
When this number 1 wants to go,
don't aim too hard with the big guys, okay? Because it's a very quiet swing.
In some great action here in the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, we see a 9-point lead for Belgium, and rightfully so. Offensively, they've been once again very impressive. 27 points in that first quarter. Maybe defensively, they could tighten things up a little, as Belgium have 18 points, so they've done not a bad job, but it really is down to the Danish team. Can they turn up the intensity on the defensive end at the moment? A whole swathe of Belgian players have been able to score inside and out. And that's the problem, I suppose. It's not one player you're trying to lock out of the game. It's not one area of the floor you're trying to play tougher defense on. Just a reminder there, the next qualification window is in November, 26th to the 30th. These teams will be back in action. For Denmark, they will face Lithuania on the road and Czech Republic back at home. For Belgium, it'll be the Czech Republic on the road and Lithuania on the road. That is a tough, tough window for Belgium. Window 2 could make or break their chances of making it through to EuroBasket 2021. Second quarter action underway here in Copenhagen. Game day 2, EuroBasket 2021 qualifiers. After the first quarter, Denmark trail 18-27 against Belgium. Entertaining first 10 minutes, though, that's for sure. Lebert hands it off, and straight away Gillet makes them pay with the score, and Belgium's scoreboard has not stopped ticking over for the entire game so far. Foul's going to be called. Balkachu I think is going to get called for it. Sideline ball for Denmark now. Mortensen to Larsen. Larsen for three. Slightly flat. Oh, he should have gone straight back up. Hertz pulled in the rebound. The basket was wide open. Little pump fake and explosion would have got him the score. There's no real bigs helping out. Hertz decided to recycle it back out. Lundberg now to Larsen. Larsen rolls into trouble. Spins the other way though, and it's open. Smart play by the big man Larsen. He had 10 points, 4 boards, 4 assists against the Czech Republic. So influential member of the Danish squad, looking to be the same again here today. Oh, nice smooth move by Obersoen as he floats to the basket. Lundberg now. Mortensen feeds Jukic down low, going up against Obersoen. Oh, wonderful spin by Jukic. That is a real veteran play. Waiting to feel where the defender applies the pressure and using that to roll to the basket even quicker. Alcu now. Oh, hits the long jumper. There's some versatility in that big man's game. That's his trade for Charleroi in the top Belgian league. Won the league 6 times and the cup 5 times. He knows how to win things, that's for sure. Oh, and thrown away. Easy finish now for Gillet. That's his second score of the game. And Danish defense is struggling because the Belgian defense is just applying so much pressure on them. That's just a straight up mistake for Lundberg. As we see the replay of Gillet finishing with ease. Timeout's been called, and I'm not surprised that Bittman knows his team need to be tighter than that. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Let's focus, let's focus about ourselves. Every time that Tabu won, he go for the paint. Now you take him. It can be that one guy forces us to too many rotations here. And you must set a good pick. If we can't set a pick, we cannot pass the ball. Set good pick now.
Og modtage bolden lidt tættere på trepointslinjen. Vi står helt ude ved midten hele tiden.
Hey, let's come down.
Just a real reset kind of timeout there from Coach Bittman. Just needs to reaffirm to his guys what he's been talking about, no doubt, in their preparation for today's game. Alcacer has caused them problems, as is that man, Jonathan Tabu. 8 points already, and just really the master puppeteer, as it were. He pulls all the strings on the floor. Wonderful exponent of international basketball at the best level, and once again the Belgian defense just almost stops Denmark from being able to get the ball onto the floor. Lundberg now. Going to shake his defender. But Kessler is chasing him all over the floor, and the help from Obersoen knocks it out of bounds. 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and Belgium's defense is just relentless. It does not stop. They rotate, they chase. Great team defense on show here from the Lions. Larsen now looking to back his way to the basket, using his strength, and one. That's a big play. Maybe that's going to start things up. Kevin Larsen. George Washington graduate going to work. Spins the baseline. Looked like he might have gone down a dead end there, but managed to find the space to get the reverse lay. He's gonna head to the line for the bonus free throw as well. Shot 80% from the line in the first qualification game against the Czech Republic on Friday. It's the free throw there. Brings it down to a 10-point lead for Belgium now. And Denmark swap up their defense, almost stolen away. Looks like they're going to drop into a 2-3 zone. We've seen this across these qualifiers, across the world, in fact. A lot more use of zone defense than we've previously seen. Alcacer pulls the trigger on a long jumper, and that's much better defense from Denmark. Maybe this little zone is an option for them, but it's going to be a turnover ball as Lundberg tries to shake Lebert, but it's only going to be a Belgian ball on the turnover. Timeout's being called by Coach Gierge. You have a feeling he's seen that zone come, and he wants to clarify what their offensive structure is against the zone. Let's listen into his huddle.
I don't care. Reverse, go low. Allow them to come back. So we pop then. Hey, also, they come here like this. Cut behind the back, it's a dunk. Hey, next one versus zone. Go with the horns, okay? And next one. Hey, this is a free throw.
As expected, Coach Gierge just wants to clarify with his team what is their structure offensively against the zone, because they did look a little bit lost in that last possession. Smart use of a timeout from Coach Dario Gierge. There's a replay, the big move by Kevin Larsson on that last play. Using every bit of experience and strength he has. Plus his trade for Palencia in the second tier of Spanish basketball. Let's see how Belgium react now against this zone defense, or whether Coach Bittman calls the zone off just to throw Belgium out of kilter yet again. It'll be a Danish possession that will be interesting as well to see what they do offensively going forward, whether it still goes inside. And they've moved a bit more almost of a 3-2, or is it even a straight matchup now? Shot goes up from way outside and they drain it. There's your weakness on a zone. The other team can shoot the ball well enough. They can score on a zone in a hurry. Dukic inside. Zahor, easy score yet again. This is where Denmark are profiting at the moment. They're using their size and strength in the front court. Obersoen, nice easy score yet again for Balkacher. He's up to 8 points personal now. He's only been on the floor 8.5 minutes. Dukic. Lundberg looking to beat Zahor. He's a little bit further away than he wanted to be. Balkacher now trying to play some defense. Zahor pushed far enough away from the basket for it to be tough for him. Belgium come back the other way and the lane is wide open. Shocking defense from Denmark. As Retin Obersoen just floats down the lane with the exceptionally easy finish. It's his second bucket of the night. And Danish defense, well, I'm not even sure you can claim there is Danish defense in that play. That one was gift wrap with a bow on top. Timeout called, and I have a feeling you might hear a very frustrated Coach Bittman now.
To use. You understand what is foul to use? Stop being so naive. The big guys get the ball under the basket, take his hand off. Send him to the free throw. He's penetrate, use your foul. We got 0 foul. 0 foul. You understand? 0 foul.
Hvad siger så? Giv spillerne og alle de frivillige og dansk basket et stort hånd.
11 defensively, but well, match by call. After a free throw, it's 21 cross for 23, okay? After a free throw, it's not meant to me. Hey, use your foul. Next open time down for Kevin. Come on. 2, 3. Denmark, let's go.
Just a call for more intensity there by Coach Bittman. saying to his players, you've got fouls, use them, do not give up easy scores. And it's a fair call. They haven't fouled here in the second quarter. They don't have players in foul trouble. So giving up easy baskets like they did to Balkaciu and Obersoen is really a crime. Let's see if they take heed of their coach and bring a little bit more intensity and physicality to the defensive end. Nielsen now for Denmark, being guarded by Lebert. Zohor. Come back to Lundberg. Offensive foul's going to be called on Zohor. It's the right call. Lundberg didn't come around the screen tight enough, really lift his big man out in no man's land. Let's watch it again. Yeah, absolutely. Lundberg needs to brush the shoulder of the screen. Can't go so wide around it. Otherwise, Zohor either sets no screen at all or has to move to try and make any form of impact. Obersoen now. 15-point lead for Belgium. A real masterclass at the moment. Ebert throws it away, though. Nielsen putting some pace behind it, but the Belgian defense is to marry with that. Larsen now looking to use his big body to get himself close to the basket. Couple of spins, nothing there, and the finish on the putback from Zohor is no good. Put a little bit too much sauce on that one. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Belgium in full command of this game. Shot goes up, that one's short from Liebert. Pass inside. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Kestelou catching Lundberg almost on his back. And that's what Coach Bittman asked for. He asked for a little bit more passion. And Gabriel Lundberg gave it straight away. Dangerous play, though, to a certain degree. Second foul on Lundberg. He'll head to the bench. Into the game comes Adama Darbo, veteran guard. No longer plays in the Danish league, though. Plays for Almansa in the second tier of Spanish basketball, as we see Kestelou go to the line for 2 free throws. And this is exactly what Coach Bittman was saying. Don't give the easy scores, send them to the line, make them earn their points. Kestelou only gets 1 from 2, but the lead is 16 now for Belgium. Darbo uses the screen well from Larsen, pulls up at the free throw line and hits the jumper. Much better execution on the offensive end with the pick and roll play from Denmark this time. Obersoen, crossover and a lay-in. The speed of the hands was unreal. Nielsen now slows things down for Denmark. Gilling passes it to Larsen, who's fouled hard and hits the floor. Wonderful sportsmanship there from Balkaciu. Goes to help his opponent up off the floor. There's the pass from Gilling. Nice pass. Not sure who the foul was on, whether it was Balkaciu. Larsen will head to the line for 2 free throws. That's his 10th point of the game. Leading scorer at the moment. A real old school kind of player. Let's go strong to the basket, it's the key. No joy from the second shot, though. I think there was a lane infringement from the Danish rebounders, so it's going to be a Belgian ball from the sideline. Little zone press here from Denmark, 2-2-1, just to slow things down a little. They'll drop back into a 2-3. Let's see how Belgium react. Screen comes up. Obersoen's not going to split them, but the big man does roll. Wonderful play. Foul on the shot by Gillings. And that's going to send Liebert to the line 4 shots. And straight away, when Belgium run the offense that Coach Georgia tells them to, it pays dividends. Absolutely wonderful to see a team operating at such a high level as Belgium are at the moment. When you see them play like this, it's no wonder they're beating some of the best teams in Europe. And they will have looked at this group when it was drawn and thought, crikey, that's a tough one. Perennial powerhouse Lithuania in this group. Czech Republic, who had a phenomenal journey at the World Cup this summer in China. And a Danish team that are on the rise. It wasn't an easy group to be placed in. Let's be honest, none of the groups are easy, but the Belgians so far, with almost a game and a half under their belts, have shown to be in fine form. FIBA connects with the with the final free throw there. Nielsen now to Larsen. And Larsen needs to get to the basket. That's where he's doing the damage most for Denmark. Zohor, again, too much. It's almost like he's too keen to get things going. There's the pass off, and the foul, and one. Vincent Kestelou. He'll head to the line for the bonus shot, but it's the pace from Obersoen that creates that play and enables him to draw the foul off Jonas Zohor. And the mastermind that is Dario Georgia really has done another wonderful job here. His team, Belgium, lead by 20. Just 3 minutes remaining now in the second quarter. Illings uses the Zohor screen. Zohor rolls to the basket, comes back out to Larsen though. Darboe is fouled by Obersoen. That's a smart move. Darboe just almost shorting the screen. You see here, he doesn't almost fully come all the way round it, which means the way Obersoen plays screens, he leads with his strong side arm to almost leverage him round, meant that he was always going to make contact with the shooter. Smart play by Darboe. Misses the first of his 3, and you see the frustration from Bittman. Coach Bittman knows that to beat a team like Belgium, who are absolutely flying at the moment, you need to be near perfect. It's the second of his 3 free throws. And the third. Once again, Denmark sit in a loose zone press and then drop back into their 2-3. There's the pass to the wing. There's your weakness. And there's another 3. The execution from Libert is impressive. He's up to 8 points personal now. Darboe to Lundberg. Lundberg short with his attempt. You have a feeling Denmark can't really sit in that zone. They don't have wing players quick enough to chase to corners. Pass goes inside, but it's a poor pass by Balkacher. Darboe pulls the trigger on a 3. He's off target. Again, not a smart shot from Darboe, I don't think. Way too early in the shot clock. If you wanted a contested 3, you can have one in the dying seconds if you need to. Denmark back into a zone. Double screen at top. Obersoen pulls inside. A floater is good, and unbelievable Belgium's play so far. Lundberg now goes strong. Looked like he was fouled, but referee said it was good defense. He scores anyway. 21-point lead now for Belgium as we're in the last minute and a half of the first half. Stolen away, Darboe. Easy laying off the glass. And this is one thing, Coach Georgia will not let his team become complacent, even if they are up by so many.
Guys, if he goes on a layup, Guys, no stupid fouls, eh? Okay?
You ready for the press right now?
Yes. Press breaker immediately. If it's a zone, go with the one Khalid open, you need to stop up, okay?
Hey, stay patient. Hey, let's go.
Hey, 2 men. 1, 2, 3. Max.
Team in full control at the moment. Belgium here in Farum, at the Farum Arena. Wonderful packed arena, real party atmosphere. Their team may be trailing by 21, but the locals are not going to let that spoil what is a wonderful game of international basketball for them to enjoy here. Lieber now hands it to Obersoem. Belgium moving the ball well again. They're looking for an outside shot, but the Danish defense is recovering well. Pass inside is no good, but it's scooped back. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. The fadeaway is going to be an air ball. Lundberg picks it up for Denmark, a resurgent Danish team. Darboe hands it back to Larsen, wide open for three. Nails the three! Is this the start of the comeback? They trail by 16 now. Lieber. Giselle. Valkyrie going to work against Zohor. Good defense. Much better defense in the last few possessions from Denmark, and that is going to be the key for them fighting their way back into this. You have to bear in mind they were down by 23 points halfway through this second quarter. They're now down by 16. That was the big three on the last possession from Larsen. 13.3 seconds left here in this first half. Can they narrow the lead a bit further? If the noise from the Danish crowd here in Farum is anything to go by, yes they can, as Coach Bittman looks on. Lundberg now. Last pass over Soem to the basket. Can't get the score though. Belgium will have 4 seconds to do something. Obersoem will go coast to coast. Has it stolen away, and that will be the end of the first half here in Farum. What a game. Really been ignited in the closing stages there at the halfway point. Denmark 39, Belgium 55. There he is, shooting stats from the first half. As you can see, Belgium shooting phenomenally well from the three-point line. Rebounding battle reasonably even, but look at the assist number there. Belgium working the team offense well. Larsen leading all scorers for Denmark. He has 13. Lundberg on 11. They're the only players for either team in double digits. But what a wonderful first half we have had here in Farum. Plenty of highlights for us to enjoy now. But Belgium, you have to say, well, they've been in control for pretty much the majority of that first half. They started things off at a lightning pace in the first quarter, shooting the ball well, scoring inside well. And that continued in the second quarter. They led by 9 at the end of the first. They now lead by 16 points at the halfway stage of this game. And what a weekend it has been for Belgian basketball so far. 21-point win over Lithuania on Friday. That was at home. Now they're on the road. And they're putting Denmark to the sword at the moment. For the Danish team, they seem to be a little bit resurgent at the back end of that second quarter, going on a mini scoring run of their own. And yet they've led the game for 12 seconds in that first half, just by a single point. And they'll have to pick up on the defensive end. The last few possessions of that second half kind of gave us a clue that their defense does have the ability to cope with some of the threats from Belgium. The trouble you've got is they can't go back to old textbook defenses, because Coach Dario Gierge for Belgium has every single play in the book to beat those standard defenses. They're going to have to mix it up, chase it out, and work hard in this second half as Coach Gierge there cheering his team on. He'll be happy with their first half performance. 55 points is an impressive scoring rate in international basketball. And you also have to be impressed by the way that they spread the scoring. They spread their offense as well. They scored 55 points in the first half. Not one player in double digits. Several players on 8 points. You've got the big man inside, Balkachuk. He's got 8 points, 2 boards, 4 assists in the first half. Obersoen's got 8 points. His aggressive, athletic style of basketball is paying off. And the general, the veteran that is Tabu, he has 8 points, 3 boards, and 6 assists in that first half. And then off the bench is Alexandre Libert. He has 8 points, 2 from 2 from the perimeter for him. For the Danish team, their offense isn't bad. 39 points is nothing to be too upset about. Kevin Larson leading the way inside, 13 points for him. Real old school, back to the basket, grinding the scores out. In the backcourt, Lundberg has 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And Adama Darbo has 8 points as well as 3 assists. It's going to have to be a very big second half of action, though, for Denmark if they're going to come away with the win. Remember, they enter this game off the back of a 4-point loss on the road to the Czech Republic. A loss is tough to take, and obviously it's a negative thing, but losing by just 4 points to the Czech Republic isn't a bad thing in hindsight. Here's some replays of exactly what the general for the Lions did in the first half. Jonathan Tabu, as I said, some big stats from him. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and a couple of steals to add to his collection of big plays. Interesting to see what he does in the second half. And not just that, in the second and third qualification windows as well. He's going to be a very influential part of what Belgium do in these qualifiers, and more than likely, if they make it through in EuroBasket 2021 as well. For Denmark, their main man, Kevin Larson, leading all scorers with 13 points. And it's a real old school offense that he's bringing here today. Back to the basket, grinding, working hard. Just the body control, the shape, the way he's able to shield the defender and take him away. Very, very impressive from Larson. He's 4 from 5 from 2 points, 1 from 2 from outside, and 2 from 3 from the free throw line. 1 rebound and an assist to his name as well. An efficiency score of 12 from just 18 minutes of play. If he can keep this rate up for the full game, then he will be a big impact player for Denmark. But at the halftime break here in Farum in Denmark, the home team, Denmark, trail 39-55 to Belgium. We'll be back with all the second half action shortly.
Serena loses it, and out to breakaway, easy 2-0, the reverse throwdown. Gabriel Lundberg.
Turkey look to make the fast start.
Oh my Lord.
Richard has the ball taken away. Behind the back pass, a little bit of razzle-dazzle by Spain. Gets it to Zayed, then he goes up for the dunk, and he's fouled. What a moment for Spain here in Cluj-Napoca.
Shots up again, same position for Sante. And he'll try again, and it's good for 3. Sante with a big-time 3.
The 3 from the half! Schreiner makes it! Wow, what a 3 from Schreiner from the half.
Welcome back here to Farum in Denmark for this game day 2 action between Denmark and Belgium. We're at the halfway stage. Denmark 39, Belgium 55. A real masterclass from the Belgians at the moment. Well, Danish certainly turned the tables a little bit in the closing stages of that second quarter. A lot lying on the shoulders of that man, Kevin Larsen. 13 points, very efficient 13 points as well. 5 from 7 from the field for him. Old school back to the basket, post-up moves, and they've worked. Very, very impressive first half from Larsen as he goes to get a little bit more rest before the start of the second half. As for Belgium, well, you can see who their leading player is to boot, leading them in rebounds, in points, in assists. Very impressive performance from him indeed. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists in the first half of action. You have to bear in mind he's played a little over 10 minutes as well. So to put those kind of stats up in effectively a quarter of the game, you have to be impressed. And again, efficiency from him as well. 3 from 5 from the field, but it's more than that for him. Really controls the tempo and the emotions of this Belgian team. Instills the clinical nature by which they've played the game so far. Set the stall out early. Plenty of fans in the crowd as well, enjoying themselves, enjoying the night here in Farum. Great to have international basketball in these arenas, and the fans are showing their appreciation. And this qualification process means they'll get to see their team play more often at home. Good to see some traveling fans as well. Some Belgian fans have made the trip. Managed to get his flag attached to the railing there. But the noise, without a shadow of a doubt, has been for the Danish team. The young fans in the crowd have made themselves heard. That young man's certainly enjoying himself. And hopefully he'll be inspired, maybe, who knows. We'll see some of these faces as they grow up, take to the floor in the Danish kit themselves, represent their country and try and fight their way to a EuroBasket as well. And at the halfway stage, as I say, it's been not all traffic flowing the way of Belgium, but they have certainly been impressive, and you can see why and how they created the upset on Friday against Lithuania. They play very, very good basketball, and Coach Georgia. As for Denmark, a lot to do. A little bit of naivety at times in the way they play. Coach Bittman calling them out maybe for a lack of aggression on the defensive end in some of his timeouts. A learning process for them, but remember, it's been 60 years since Denmark have been, well, over 60 years, in fact, since Denmark have been to a EuroBasket. This is a tough group for them to fight their way there. And today is a big game if they are to make it through. For Belgium, well, they're pretty regular attendees at EuroBaskets. They've been to 17 in total. They were at the last one in 2017. They finished 19th. That will be one of their targets, no doubt, not just qualifying, but when they do get to EuroBasket 2021, this is what they'll be thinking in their minds. They need to do better than 19th. And the way they're playing, I would not be surprised if they do an awful lot better than 19th. Very, very impressed so far with what they've achieved in the first game and a half of their 6-game qualification campaign. Coach Bittman there for Denmark. He'll have had, no doubt, quite a few things to cover in his huddle in the locker room during the halftime break. One will have been how to stop that man, Balkacher. He has been pretty impressive inside, steps out, hits some big shots. Let's try and jump into these huddles just before the start of the second half. Hear what the coaching staff have to say.
Hey, all of you, the most important thing is still to believe it, okay?
Yes, sir.
To believe all the time. It's a 20 minutes. We cut it step by step. We believe, okay? We're fighting for the fans. We'll never give up here, okay? We're not taking our head down.
If this is ice that he's preparing, if he slips, this is maybe already left. So watch out, if your man goes, that you are way over here. Okay? And second thing, if this guy helps, that you find his corner, okay? First is 4-pin continuity, you don't need to be shot. Okay, if it's open, open. Second shirt, third, it's we go exit. One on exit on side of 5. And continue. Hey, Ronnie, hey,
Les gars, les gars, les gars, les gars.
Defense and running.
1, 2, 3, let's jump.
A real call to arms from Coach Bittman on the Danish bench, and a very cool, calm and collected operator in Coach Gjerge for the Lions of Belgium. They're in the driving seat at the moment, but the last 2-3 minutes of that first half, Denmark showed some real fight defensively, sparked a little bit of a comeback. Remember, they were trailing by 23 at one stage. They now trail by just 16. Here we go, second half action underway. Game day 2 here in Farum. EuroBasket 2021 qualifier. At the halfway stage, Denmark trail 39-55 to Belgium. And the main man for Denmark in the first half was Kevin Larsen. He starts again, straight away, drawing the foul from Maxime Deseo. Lundberg now gets it back. Pulls the trigger on the 3, comes up short. Rebound brought down and slowed down by the leading scorer for Belgium, Jonathan Thabou. Seron now waiting for Tumba to set him the screen. Steps back out. Thabou from way downtown and hits the 3. Unbelievable big shot from Thabou. Pass inside, Zahor. Good catch and score off the glass. Struggled at stages in the first half. That will settle some nerves though for Jonas Zahor. Mawima to the basket against Gillings. Passed back into Seron. Wait for the call. Foul is going to be called, but on the floor before the shot. I think Jonas Zohor is going to get called for it. Let's have a quick look. Steps across. Yeah, reaches down. Slaps across the arms. There's the huge long bomb from Thabou. Extends Belgium's lead. It's now at 17. This is the first of his 3 throws. Evan Tumba. Dual national. Also holds a passport for the Democratic Republic of Congo as well as Belgium. Darbo now throws it away though, as once again Thabou is influential and instrumental for Belgium. Seron hits the jumper, and the Belgian scoring machine continues to fly here in the second half. 5 points in under 2 minutes of action. Gillings now. Foul's going to be called on Seron as Lundberg went to go past him. Sportsmanship there from Quentin Seron. A little bit of sweat on the floor. Needs cleaning up. Old school getting players to get some towels off the bench to do it, but I think there's some young helpers on the baseline that will come in and clean up some of that sweat. Make sure it's no longer dangerous for the players to play on. Belgium lead now at 19 points. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just game day 2 of 6 for these teams, so nothing going to be decided by this result, but certainly will have a big impact on who makes it and who doesn't. Gillings for 3. Short with that one. Seron grabs the rebound for Belgium. Seron trying to pass it inside. Good defense by Larsen, though. He fronted Tumba. Denied the passing lane. Foul's going to be called on Mawima. Jean-Marc Mawima made his senior debut back in 2012. As we see Zohor head to the line, he's looking tired. Lundberg now Trying to get past Seiron. Seiron chasing him down. Pass is good. The finish is even better. And Araki with the score. Shot goes up from range and it drops. And this is the difference it can make. The crowd start getting into it. Darboe hits the big three. Defense leads to offense for Denmark. And as much as they need to increase their scoring rate, you have a feeling it's the defensive end that's going to be the foundation, the basis for the comeback. And straight away, Araki is coming to the game. Played well. Let's listen to Coach Georgia here and the Belgian timeout.
We are like a bull on the red hay. We are up, not them.
Laver en masse larm, fordi vi har pigerne fra mål og rollskipping, og vi har alle vores maskotter, der render rundt med merchandise. Og jo mere larm vi laver, jo større sandsynlighed er der for, at I bliver set, og I får noget merchandise. Så lav noget larm, mine damer og herrer.
3-5. Big clear at the ice. Space or up, or weak side action, but rather one up. Snake move, roll deep, follow Max, okay? Hide it, please, guys. Max, after your man. 1, 2, 3.
Slightly frustrating time out there for Coach Georgia. Telling his team, remember, we're the team that's up here. We played a little bit like we were the team that was trailing. As we watch a replay of Darboe nailing the wide open triple, and you see what it means to him. Denmark within 14. Darboe up to 11 points now. And the crowd get louder and louder and louder here in Farum. Tuba nails the three. And almost instantly, Taboo silences the crowd. Such a phenomenal player. Gillings for three. Off target. Araki fighting for the rebound. Tumba brings it down for Belgium. Taboo for another three. In and out this time. He was off balance though when Taboo put that one up. Tumba sets the screen. Taboo now, hesitation, steps forward, floats in and gets the roll. Continues to dominate proceedings at the moment. 16 points personal for Taboo now. On with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and once again, Belgium have their motor running. Out to Taboo for 3, and he nails another one. My goodness me. 19 points for Jonathan Taboo. Has the wherewithal to check where he is, steps out, nails another 3. Unbelievable performance for him, and the game once again is blown wide open. 22-point lead. Let's listen to Coach Bittman now.
How many times I need to repeat? We are not going under with Jonathan Taboo. He got 20 points. What proof you need that he can make a shot? You go with Taboo now, okay? We are not going under with Taboo. 5 down for Kevin, okay? 5 down for Kevin.
Pretty straightforward message from Coach Bittman. He's saying don't go under the screens for Taboo. That's what they've done there. Lundberg not fighting over the screen from Tumba in either situation, and that led to 2 scores. This is just a wide open jumper for Taboo to nail. Let's see if the Danish team will listen to what their coach is telling them and fight their way over the screens. But he's on 19 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Phenomenal performance, 70% from the field. Jonathan Taboo. Nielsen now. Into Larson. Larson's going to back his way down against Gizu. They're trying to play some good defense. Larson has to fade away heavily. And in the end, the Belgian defense does its job. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Taboo now. Hands it off. Tumba. Tumba goes to Seyron. And Seyron hits the shot. And this is the problem you've got. That backcourt combination of Taboo and Seyron has high IQ and phenomenal shooting ability. As Mwima gets to know one of the young fans on the front row a little bit more. A little tap on the head as saying hello. Ball comes back out to Lundberg now. Lundberg looking for options in front of him, nothing there. The Belgian defense rotates and switches well. Larson fakes the three, drives inside, looks to feed. Jukic down low, but the ball is smothered away by Belgium. Seyron loses his footing. Looks like he's hobbling a little bit off the back of that one as well. Seyron for three. Oh, and another big shot from the Lions. Belgian lead is just 27 points now, creeping further and further away as the pass from Lundberg is too low for Elaki to pick up. Taboo now brings it up over the half as Denmark are struggling to stay in this game at the moment. Pass to Tumba, hands it off, and the reverse layup is no good. Elaki bats it away, but it's only back into Belgian possession. Wait to see what the officials say. Are they saying there should be a change on the shot clock, I think is what they're intimating maybe. I think they're saying the shot didn't hit the ring. So the shot clock's been moved down to 3 seconds. I think there was a reset of the shot clock to 14, thinking that it caught the ring, but it hadn't. There hadn't been a change of possession either. So the shot clock should just continue to go. In fact, I think the other official is saying it did catch the ring. So the shot clock should be back at 11. Wait to see them move it to that. There you go. Little confusion between the officials. Now sorted. We're good to go. Seyron inside. Quick ball movement. Wonderful ball movement, in fact. Seyron catch, shoot. Wide open for the long two. Heavy-handed with that one, though. And look at that. 2 Belgian players fight for the rebound. Coach Gierge calling out Jonathan Taboo for taking that 3, and Taboo takes the criticism. He knows that it was the wrong decision. Sign of a very good player, that. But even when he's having his best game, he knows he could be better. Nielsen, quick ball movement. Larson for 3. Oh, and he rattles it home. Chance of a 4-point play for Kevin Larson. Gets the shot away. I think, is it Mwima? And Taboo chasing out. One of them catches him. Banks it home. He's got a chance for a 4-point play from the free throw line now. Misses the extra bonus shot though. So the lead remains at 24 for Belgium. Giselle, that goes to Taboo. Giselle nails the three, and it is raining from across the roster for Belgium at the moment. And this is the thing that kills you when you play a team like Belgium. You can lock out, you can chase hard, who you consider to be the shooters from the perimeter, but then another one steps up and drains the three. Araki throws it away. Mwima pulls it in for Belgium. There's the pass. Oh, tries to keep it in bounds, but can't. As the floor opens up, Jukic gets the score. He'll have a chance of a three-point play. Darko Jukic. A little hesitation was the smart part of that. Brings Mwima's body weight coming forward. Foul's going to be called on Taboo. Jukic will go to the line for the bonus shot. Double change, I think, for Belgium. We're definitely seeing Obersohn come into the game. And Jukic converts the three-point play. He's up to 6 points personal now, Darko Jukic, as Denmark sit in a pretty much a 2-3 zone again. Into the corner, Mwima won't take the shot. The pass wasn't quite accurate enough. Good defense by Larson. Shot clock down to 5. Left hand is way too soft as Balkachu comes back into the game for Belgium. Pass to Larson. Offensive foul is going to be called. He's claiming that Taboo was inside the restricted charge zone. Let's have a look. Yeah, he absolutely was. Yeah, his right foot was clearly inside the restricted area. He can't take the charge there. The Belgian team get away with one. Larson can feel hard done by. Timeout's been called. I think we're going to try and jump again into one of these huddles. Listen to the coaching teams do their work.
Hey, Jonah, dribble here. Listen. Pierre is coming here. Rating is here. He will match. Jean-Marc, you set the ball screen. Jonah in, he will help. This is the pass. He will help. This is the Hey, yeah, you go other side. You come here, replace Jonah and Rating here.
I should expect a very calm, cool and collected coach Gierge for Belgium. Things going his way at the moment. His team lead by 24, a little under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. There's Quentin Serrant. He's had a very impressive game so far in combination with Taboo. A real killer combo in the backcourt for Belgium. What can Denmark do? Remember, it's not just about the result here today. There could be head-to-head or points difference that comes into play for qualification for EuroBasket 2021. Obersohn hands it off to Balkachu. He goes to the basket. Larson's called for the foul. It's on the floor, that's for sure, as Balkachu was throwing the pass. Second foul on Larson. Third team foul of the quarter for Denmark. Belgium already in the penalty. Smart foul in the end, really, by Larson. All inbounded to Balkachu. Foul this time called on Nielsen. Still no trip to the line for Belgium, though. Taboo floats to the basket, hands it off. Is it going to be stolen away? It is. Good hands by Lundberg in the end for Denmark. just driven straight into the back of Larsen, though. Poor play in the end by Gabriel Lundberg. Lundberg's going to use the screen for Mortensen. Trying to cross over and shake his defender. Hands it off to Mortensen. Not on target with that attempt. Oh, almost a good pass by Obersoen, but guess who it is? Larsen fighting on the hardwood for possession, sacrificing his body. Look at him launch himself onto the floor to get hold of this one as Mawema came in, wrapped him up. Jump ball called, so we're going to go to possession indicator for this one. I think it's going to be a Belgian ball. It is. I think there's some sweat to clean off the floor. The work rate of Kevin Larsen would suggest there's quite a bit of sweat to clean off the floor. He's given absolutely everything from Denmark today. Coach Georgia will be exceptionally happy if they can hold on to this lead, leave the first qualification window unbeaten. Because qualification window 2 is a tough one for Belgium on the road for both their games in November. First up, Czech Republic and then Lithuania. They could have taken qualification by the end of that window. Obersoen comes back out to Tabou. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to have to throw a bit of a prayer up. He gets it away. It's not going to catch the front of the iron, though. So it's going to be a shot clock violation. Danish ball on the baseline. 34.7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Lundberg, little shake, lane opens up, drives inside. Offensive foul is going to be called as Tabou takes another charge. Have a look. Yep, Tabou steps across. Great defense this time. Establish themselves outside the restricted area. And just collects Lundberg on his chest. Third foul on Lundberg. He'll head to the bench. We'll see him again in the fourth quarter, though. Even Lundberg. Could have been a needle there between Hertz and Obersoen. Mawema moves to the baseline to collect the ball to inbound. Obersoen going up against Hertz. Crossover using numerous screens from Balkachuk. Goes to the basket strong though, Retin Obersoen. Big play to finish off the quarter. Wonderful control. Wonderful use of the screen from Balkachuk as well. There's the shake, there's the bait, comes back. Uses the roll. Strong off the glass. And that is a great way for them to finish the quarter. End of the third quarter, Denmark 52, Belgium 78.
Stay on one, you take one, okay? You take the other.
Here are your shooting stats from the game so far. As you can see, Belgium shooting well from outside, 63% from the perimeter, phenomenal. Let's jump into this huddle though with Coach Georgia.
You take the ball.
Well, it looks like we're going to jump away from the huddle and see some of the highlights from that third quarter. But as I was saying, 63% from outside. And the issue you've got if you're Denmark, it's not one or two players that's doing that to you. It's across the board for Belgium. It's primarily Tabou and Seyron, but they really can shoot the ball phenomenally well. And that's difficult to chase off. Coach Bittman did have a fair point, though. They need to make sure they're going over the screens, not under them. For the three-point shooters, another example there. Fight your way over the screen harder, quicker. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to contest that three-point shot. That said, Denmark have had some big plays. That was one of them, Larsen hitting the three and being fouled. Lovely play there by Jukic as well. The little hesitation to draw the defender, Mwima, into him. And drew the foul from Tabu. And that was the play at the end of the quarter as Obasoam ran the clock out and finished to perfection. So here we go, final quarter action underway here in Farum in Denmark. Game day 2 of EuroBasket 2021 qualifiers. Denmark 52, Belgium 78 with 1 quarter to remain. Hurts for 3, nails the big 3. That's a good way for him to get off the mark and for Denmark to start the final period. They still trail by 23. There's been glimmers of some strong play from the Danish team. Obasoam now. Alcachu sets the screen and lures the defenders away. Obasoam takes the long 2, which is no good. Hurts looking to feed Larsen in the low post. The double team comes. Larsen needs to switch it quickly. Does so to Mortensen. Oh, back to back. Big triples for Denmark. And this is what I'm talking about. They've got glimmers and phases of play that make them competitive. They just need to stretch that. They need longer stints of consistency, offensively and defensively, to be competitive. Miss for Belgium again. Jukic now. Looking to drive to the basket, comes back out. Hurts has it knocked away by Obasoam. It's going to remain a Danish ball. 3 players. Hurts hits the big 3 to open up the quarter, and here's the great pass from Larsen along the baseline to Mortensen for the other 3. Shot clock down to 5 now. Larsen in possession, puts the shot up. He's fouled though. Alcachu's going to get called for the foul, send Larsen to the line for 3 free throws. Right in front of his head coach as well. Let's have a look. Got a hand on his hip. Yeah, it's a smart play by Larsen. Alcachu's got his hand way too far forward. All he needs to do is lift his arms up into that hand. Alcachu's going to head to the bench on the back of that play. As Larsen will go to the line for 3 throws. Misses the first of his 3. It's the second. And the third. That's an 8-0 run to start this final quarter for Denmark. Brings them to within 18 of Belgium. Gillet hands it off to Liebert. Obasoam for 3. That's no good. Pass inside to Liebert. Comes back out to Obasoam. Shot clock at 8. Obasoam to the basket against Mortensen. Good defense. Can Denmark capitalize? They've got a 5-on-4 here. Larsen skips it. Good ball movement. Hurts for 3. Oh, he nails another 3. What a big, big play. And the Danish are within 15. Steal away again. Jukic now. Offensive foul going to be called. Obasoam drew that one well. An 11-0 start, though, to this final quarter. It's the right call, as much as the home fans don't like it. It's a good call. Jukic just leaned in a little bit too heavy on that one. Coach Bittman didn't like the call either. You'll like the 11-0 start to the quarter, though, and this is what I'm talking about. Denmark showing that they do have EuroBasket quality, that they can play at this level. Over so now inside to Maxime Dezieux. Foul's going to be called on Nielsen. First team foul of the quarter for Denmark. Just over 7 minutes to play. Belgium yet to score here in the final quarter. And Coach Gierge has brought Tabou back into the game. Didn't get as long a rest as he was expecting. All inside, Dezieux. Oh, knocked away. Good defense by Jukic. And they extend this run. Jukic going to look to back down. Tabou hurts, corner three. Oh, he hits another one. A 14-0 start to this final quarter. And the game is opened up again. A 12-point lead now for Belgium. Unbelievable start to this final period for Denmark. The crowd are well into this game now. Tabou's going to draw the foul from Larsen. Just the second team foul of the quarter, though. There's the block from Jukic. Let's have a look if it was on its way down. I think it just touched the ring, so it's fair game. And there's the corner pocket three for Hertz. And the crowd are loving what they're seeing, as is Coach Bittman. Facial expression doesn't change much, whether he's angry or excited, but you can see the passion in his eyes. Denmark are within 12. Tabou now being double teamed. Dezieux comes back out. Tabou's open though. Short this time. Even the nerves are affecting Jonathan Tabou, the veteran point guard who has been so deadly in this game. 19 points to his name, misses the jumper. Jukic now, baseline turn. Tabou's going to get called for the foul. Slightly overplayed the high side on that one. Offered up way too much baseline to Jukic. And Denmark do the unthinkable and come back into this one and take the win. That would be one of the biggest turnarounds probably in international basketball for a long, long while. Hertz for three! Off target this time though. Tabou pulls in the rebound. Ball now moved across. Gillet, he misses. 4.5 minutes. Belgium yet to score here in the final quarter. Inside to Larsen, almost knocked away. Larsen, surely he'll go to work now against Dezieux. He's fouled, can't get the score, but he'll go to the line for the two shots. Larsen just wants to catch his breath on the floor. He's working exceptionally hard. Put a huge number of minutes in. Kevin Larsen already having played nearly 33 minutes of this game. Really only had a minute's breather for the entire game. And that could be a problem for Coach Bittman. As Larsen will start to fatigue now. And this is the important phase of the game for him. Larsen will go to the line for 2 free throws. That's the roll on the first, and everything is going Denmark's way right now. Larsen is up to 20 points, 5 rebounds, but more importantly, Denmark trail by just 10 points now. The crowd are really into this one. They're raising the roof here in Farum. Dezieux down in the low post, going to work against Jukic, comes back out. The jumper goes up and it's good. And there's the first score of the quarter. And as you would expect, it's out of the hands of Taboo for Belgium. Backcourt violation, I think, is going to be called, and that's a big, big mistake from Denmark. An unneeded, unnecessary mistake. Coach Bittman not happy with the officials for some reason. Let's have a look at the plays. There's the big shot yet again. There's Larsson's baseline spin. The pass to the corner for Mortensen to hit the three. There's another quick ball movement, and Hertz drains another three. Timeout has been called now. That's the audio that you can hear as we watch some of the highlights. Let's jump into Coach Bittman's huddle.
We wanted to touch the ball. That's Taboo in the last second. Okay? Guys, play free. Play free. Spontaneous pick and roll. Take the rebound and run. We got nothing to lose, okay? Play free. Take the open shot, okay? Hey, it's enough time. It's enough time. Come on, let's go.
Offensively, Coach Bittman taking the reins off his team. He's telling them play free, play organically. Take what is given to you and capitalize on that. Defensively, he's basically saying it's Denmark versus Taboo right now. He's going to force the ball out of the hands of Jonathan Taboo. He sees him as the main offensive threat. And if they can stop him from taking open shots, they've got a chance. A really unlikely chance a few minutes ago, but wow. They are fully back into this game now. This game looked dead and buried 10 minutes ago, but Denmark have not given up. They have battled hard to get back into this one. Obersoen to Taboo. Being guarded by Lundberg. Gone under the screen again. They've got the mismatch they wanted. Taboo, step back jumper. In and out this time. Denmark get away with one going under the screen. Jukic for three! Over the backboard. And it's saved by the Belgians. And Taboo brings it up over the half. They lead by 13. A little over 4 minutes to play in what has become a very hotly contested game here. After it looked like it was going to be a one-sided affair in the third quarter, it's opened up again. Taboo, shake, drives to the basket and throws it away. A little misunderstanding between himself and I think Gillet. And it'll be a Danish ball. And the crowd have certainly done their bit here today. Lundberg trying to find a space, nothing there. Larsson will go inside. Jukic against Obersoen, goes baseline, nothing there. Obersoen tries to grab the rebound but can't. It's going to be a Belgian ball. As Jukic knocks it out of bounds. Adama Darbo will come back in for Denmark. Another perimeter threat into the action as Jukic heads to the bench. Will it be Darbo's job to lock down Taboo? No, it's going to fall into the hands of Lundberg still. Obersoen. They're going to take their time. Some clock management here by Belgium. Zayo into the corner. In and out with the jumper. Denmark live to breathe. Another possession. Lundberg is fouled. He's going to head to the line for 2 free throws on the back of that one. I think the foul's going to be called on Taboo. The crossover was enough to get him the space, and Taboo was trying to fight his way back in, almost literally, but couldn't. Taboo's 4th foul as well. That could be huge. If I'm Coach Bittman, I'm asking my team to go straight back at him again. You take Taboo out of the game. Belgium will be a little bit like a snake without a head. Chop the head off that snake and you'll see their offense fall apart a little bit now. Taboo is old enough and wise enough to avoid picking up that final foul. Lundberg hits 1 from 2. Brings the Belgian lead down to just 12. And the red and white fight their way back into this one. They've put a huge effort into it so far. Taboo's got the mismatch he wants. There's going to have to be help, otherwise he's going to go straight to the hole. Doesn't get the roll. Where's the rebound though? Gillet with the rebound. And once again, Belgium smartly will manage a little bit of clock away. Obersoem against Ljungberg. Taboo still got the mismatch, puts the 3 up. Off target, rebound, Ljungberg. Goes to the basket, loses the handle. And it'll be a Belgian ball. And once again, Ljungberg's decision making is questionable. He gets a little bit caught up in the moment, plays a little bit too much hero ball. And it's cost Denmark a few times in this game. Timeout's been called. 2:35 left on the game clock. 12-point lead for Belgium. And I wouldn't have said this at this point in the third quarter, but we still have a game on our hands. It looked like it was a done deal, a sealed win for Belgium, but the Danish have refused to go away, and they've battled their way back into this one. Let's jump into the huddle and hear what Coach Bittman has to say.
They try now to stretch the clock, okay? So every pick and roll. We trap the ball now, okay? Big guys, don't spray, big guys. Because the big guys who is rolling very well is not here, okay? Trap the ball. Kevin Jonas, trap the ball.
Don't trap 15, he can't shoot.
No, not, it's 1 of 5 back pick and roll, not number 15, okay? When Taboo, start to dribble the ball with the pick and roll, step out high, trap him. Everywhere. Force him to release the ball, okay? Force him to release the ball, pick and roll.
Pick and roll, trap.
And quick 3-second transition, okay? Come on, let's go.
8-2,
Straightforward for Coach Bittman. He knows he needs to increase the defensive intensity now. Belgian team are starting to run clock down. And the possessions are just going to run out for Denmark if they don't start to increase the tempo of the game. On both ends, really, they're going to have to score in a hurry and force something for the Belgians, as we see Seron come back into the game as well. Alongside Taboo, that really is a very impressive 1-2 punch, or has been for the first 3 quarters of the game. Will it be able to seal the deal for Belgium here? Obersoen to Taboo. Taboo, little fake, draws the foul from Hertz. That's going to send... No, in fact, that's just the 4th foul. So now Denmark and Belgium, they're both in the penalty for this quarter. Next fouls will send opponents to the line for free throws. Obersoem, it just opens up. So Horst should have stepped across, but didn't. Obersoem just used his pure athleticism to get him that score. Darboe back to Larson. Back to Darboe. And he's going to lose it, but it's off the legs of Gillet. No, it's not. They're saying it's come off the hand of a Danish player, so it's going to remain possession for Belgium now. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, tough one to call. Did Zohor knock it onto a Belgian leg? They're going to review it. They're going to jump onto the video. This is what they'll be watching. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that is off a Belgian hand. I think that last came off the Zut. No, they're giving it still to Belgium. Going to be a Belgian ball on the baseline. As they inbound it, and they are in no hurry. They'll get it up over the half and then wait for them to burn a ton of clock. I'm Denmark. I'm forcing the issue a little bit now. I'm pushing up. Bunda now is in the game. He needs to step up, put a bit more pressure on. Strong move over the top of Lundberg as Obersoen bangs his chest with the score. Back-to-back buckets for Obersoen, and it's back up to 16-point lead now as Denmark's resurgence petered out. Lundberg for three. Oh, he hits the three. Maybe it hasn't. 1 minute 28 to go. They've got to apply a lot more pressure than they are if they want to fight back into this one. Or are they just considering a potential head-to-head situation, keeping the score as close as they can and try and overturn the head-to-head when they meet in Belgium? In window three. Oh, and another score for Obersoen. He is securing the win for the Lions all on his own at the moment. That's 6 points in a row for Obersoen. Could be 7 as he's going to go to the line for the and one chance. Just pure strength and athleticism there from Retin Obersoen. Misses the bonus chance, but Belgium grabbed the rebound. Obersoen now steps back, puts the three up. No good though. Rebound pulled down by Peterson for Denmark. What can they do in the final 45 seconds? The game is out of the way. Zohor now. And fouls on the floor though. Zazil gets called for the foul. Mortensen in to the action for the final few seconds. Duziu picked up his 4th foul in that one. Zohor can't hit the first of his 2 free throws. Just 6 points to his name in this game. Expecting more from him. 3 rebounds as well, but he has struggled at times. Misses a 2nd free throw, and the rebounding fight is just really between the Belgian players. Final few seconds of this battle now. An offensive foul is going to be called, I think. It was an illegal screen. Yeah, I think an illegal screen was called, so it's going to be a Danish ball on the sideline. Lundberg now. Peterson inside, can't get the score. And Zohor with the finish, with the follow, wasn't delicate enough to knock it in. Obersoen will bring it up. They'll surely try and run the game out. The double team comes from Denmark, not sure why. Just let the game run down now. It's going to be at least a 15-point win for Belgium. Foul's going to be called. Seems a silly thing to do for the Danish team. They're just going to extend the lead of Belgium here more than likely by sending them to the line. 5.1 seconds remaining. And you have to give a hat tip to the Danish team. They put an incredible fight back into this game. They came close, but not close enough. Obersoen was one of the key members to see them through, as we see Mawima there waiting to come into the action. He'll come back into the game. 5.1 seconds remaining. 2nd free throw is good. What is there? Lundberg to the basket, and he's rejected by Obersoen. And that finishes things off in what has been a very interesting game. Belgium massively impressive at stages. Denmark fight back into it, not enough. Denmark 72, Belgium 88, the final score here in Farum. These players Shake hands at the end of the game. The crowd have been thoroughly entertained. Visiting fans will be happy. They'll be heading back to Belgium as we see Balkachu celebrating with an interesting little dance there on the mid-court line. But the Belgian fans will be heading back home with smiles on their faces, and the team take the win. Belgium with phenomenal outside shooting, 48%. Denmark not bad themselves with 43%. Both teams playing some good team basketball in that second half. Plenty of assists. Leading scorer the whole game, Tabou, 22 for Belgium. For Denmark, it was Larsen with 20 points. Some wonderful offensive performances on show. And Belgium finish the first qualification window unbeaten. A big win on Friday against Lithuania. Another big win here against Denmark on the road today. They will enter the second qualification window in November with 2 wins, 0 losses to their name. And that's a big step forward for their qualification hope for EuroBasket 2021. As for Denmark, they'll go to November without a win and know that those games in November become super critical for their chances to break a 60-plus year absence from EuroBasket. Here are some of the highlights from that fourth quarter. And what a fourth quarter we had. 11-0 start to the final quarter for Denmark. They went on to double the score of Belgium in that final quarter. They outscored them 20-10 in the final 10 minutes of action. It wasn't enough. They left themselves a mountain to overcome. And unfortunately, they were just about able to overcome a hillock rather than a mountain. But some big performances from both teams in this game. And a great night of entertainment here in Farum for the fans. Majority of them won't be overly happy they didn't see the win, but they've seen some big plays and a great amount of hustle and heart from the home team to fight their way back in. Lundberg had a big game, as did Larsen. Larsen, the biggest of them all, 20 points. He played 37 minutes in that. That's a huge amount of time. 5 rebounds alongside his 20 points. Lundberg, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for him. Only other player in double digits was Adama Darbo. He had 11 points and 4 assists for Denmark. For Belgium, well, their scoring was led by the on-court general, the veteran point guard, Jonathan Tabou. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals and a block. Literally, there isn't a 0 in a column on the box score for Tabou. Also in double digits was Obersoen, who really stepped up in the final period there, scoring 6 points in a row in the clutch. He had 16 in total, along with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, as well as a block. Also in double digits with 10 points was Selon and Dezeu. Selon, 10 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Dezeu, 10 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. But overall, a great team performance from Belgium. 10 of their 12 players scoring. And this is where it leaves them. Unbeaten at the top of the table, 2-0. Denmark without a win. The game between the Czech Republic and Lithuania is going on as we speak. That will obviously impact the table here at the end of the first qualification window. Thank you for joining me. Final result, Denmark 72, Belgium 88.
Også et hårdt selskab at være med i, jo. Et ærgerligt nederlag til Belgien, men hvad er det en fornemmelse, du står med her? Er det også ærgelse?
Jeg står med en fornemmelse af, at Belgien spiller en rigtig flot kamp, og i